Okay. Hello everybody. How is everyone doing? Let me check here if the stream is all right, if everything's coming through correctly. Yes, it seems so. Hello everybody. How are you? I hope you are having a wonderful Sunday wherever you are. And today we'll be playing on our London server, as you can see. Here's the IP. You can also copy it in the description of the live stream, so come and play with us. It will be fun, it will be interesting. Today I want to play some Fat Scouts, so I'll be playing heavy. Mostly with the shotgun. I won't completely ignore my primary weapon, but I want to mostly play with the shotgun. So I will be using the Brass Beast alongside my shotgun. And I think that's an okay combo, you know, because with the Brass Beast you slow down so much when shooting that having a shotgun at your disposal is quite useful to push when you need to advance with your team. So that's what we'll be doing today. We're already here on the London server with a couple of people. You can see there is a moment, the Fry Pan Man, RoboFake is here, Trolleyfish, and Zero is here as well. So make sure to join. Again, the IP is on the stream description. We are today on our London server. And hello, I can see Dev, Trolleyfish, Rafael. Hello, Rafael. Hello, Marcio. How are you doing? And Leo, hello. I'm doing fine. Thank you, everyone. Everything is okay with me. I'm just a bit overworked, you know. Not overworked, but this week I had less time for my hobbies, because I had to grade some tests, and now I imagine every week will be like this. So I started grading tests for the school in which I work, and that kind of caught me off by surprise, you know. I wasn't expecting to have to take as much time grading tests as I did. And I have, of course, to prioritize my work, because I'm a responsible grown person. So that's why we only had one video this week. But I imagine this next week I'll be able to catch up and readjust my schedule and my routine to be able to post again 2 videos per week as we were doing. So that's it. But other than that, I'm okay. I'm okay, actually. Especially consider I'm in Brazil, and Brazil is kind of a hellscape right now. I think I'm actually doing pretty well. So yeah. And my parakeet has opinions on that. He wants to talk with you as well. I imagine you could hear him. Hello, Curly Patty. How are you doing? Thank you very much for the compliment on my hair. I had to trim it because it was getting unbearable. It was very long, you know. We talked about this last stream, but it is great to have short hair again. Hello, Kuma. Hello, Xiaomo. Hello, how are you? Again, fellas, come play with us. We are on our London server today. So if you are from Europe, or you can manage playing with a higher ping if you are not from Europe, such as myself. I'm from Brazil, by the way. So I have here my 200 ping, but I can play hitscan classes quite well. Come play with us. The IP is on the description and somewhere on screen as well. And we have here Uncle Leo with his awesome loadout. Uncle Leo is a regular here on the server, and I always get distracted by how cool his unusual taunts look. It is very great to be able to see such an excellent loadout combination. So yeah. RoboFake saying he just bought a new mouse and it is difficult to adapt to it. I know what you're talking about, RoboFake. It is always hard to adapt to a new mouse, but once you get the hang of it, you won't want to change it for anything. Mine is a Logitech G Pro gaming mouse, and I've been using it, I think, for about 5 or 6 years now, and I probably won't be selling it or buying a new one soon. I just have no reason to do that right now. Especially because of what you're saying, you know, it will take a while to readjust to a new mouse. But yeah, you get the hang of it. And Curly Patty saying he also has budgies and parrots. Oh, that's very, very interesting, Curly Patty. I love birds. I'm a friend of all birds, you know, I like to say that. But I really like. My mother and my brother have cockatiels, I think that's how they're called. And they are lovely birds. I only have this budgie because I found it on the parking lot on my apartment building in which I live in. So I kinda rescued him. I got that soldier. Hi, this is Devi, and Firefly is here as well. Nice, glad to have you guys on the server. So I rescued him. And that's why I have one. I don't think I would have bought a bird. But now that I own one, I really appreciate them. They are lovely animals, you know, lovely pets. So yeah. Ha, Leo saying he's a regular because he loves it here. Thank you very much, Leo. We love having you here with us on the stream and on the server. It is great to see how a community is forming, you know, around this channel. Even if all I'm doing these past weeks is just streaming and playing with you guys once a week. I would like to be able to produce and post more commentary videos, you know. I for example, I have... And okay, there's a sniper there and a pyro. I have 2 videos on the works, you know, I'm currently working on their script. One of them is already complete in terms of script, I only have to record and edit the video. And the other one, I'm still working on its concept, on its idea. And I'd like to have already posted them and move on to another video project. But I've been doing a lot these past weeks. Not only with work, but I'm also developing a game. So that has been taking a lot of time from me, and I'm really interested on doing that. I've learned a lot about programming, game development, and 3D modeling in the last weeks. So that's why it's taking me a while to post the next video commentary, but I'm working on it. Don't worry. And I'm saying all this just to emphasize how I'm very glad that we managed to have a community going on here around my servers and around this channel. Even if all I'm doing is streaming once a week. That's great to know. And if I could give one tip to aspiring content creators, is that you need to have a regular schedule, even if it is a very relaxed one, you know. For example, you have to have some regularity on your channel. Post a video once a week, you know, that's good enough to keep the channel going until you have more time to produce more content more regularly, you know. At least that's how I manage here, and it seems to be going on well. I'm glad you fellas are enjoying my content and are enjoying playing with me on these Sunday streams. It's great. So yeah. Dev is saying his grandma used to have a budgie, which was cool, but he forgot his name because it was so long ago. Yeah. Details like that we forget, it's okay, no problem. My budgie is called Hobson, by the way. So I think that's a peculiar name to have on a budgie. Hobson. Trolleyfish, it is awesome. Thank you very much, Trolleyfish. I'm glad you enjoy the channel as well. I might consider giving Uncle Leo admin to this server as well. He's always here playing with us. Uncle Leo, let me know later if you'd like to be part of the admin team. If you feel like it, it would be a pleasure. So yeah. Debbie asking what game is this? You know what game is this, Debbie. Funny. I don't know, he's asking what game I'm developing. Oh, now I get it, Debbie, I'm sorry. I'm developing a generic first-person shooter with mechanics similar to the original Half-Life, you know. So I'm going for something like the Gold Source games. But I'm currently recreating the sort of movement and the basic feature set you have on the Gold Source engine. I could be developing a game on the Gold Source engine if I wanted. That's the Half-Life 1 engine. But it is so old right now that I think it is a better idea to try to recreate the feel. Thank you very much, Uncle Leo. The feel of that. And we have here Ham-Man with a cool unusual as well. But I think it is better to try to recreate the feel of those old engines on a newer one, and that's what I'm doing. I'm currently developing the game on the Godot engine. That is an open source free game engine that's quite feature rich, you know. If you want to start learning game development, I'd recommend you check out the Godot engine. It's spelled G-O-D-O-T, Godot, or Godot. There are people who say it like that. So that's what I'm doing right now. And there's Ham-Man on chat as well. Hello, man. You're doing a really good job at trying to bring me to an era that existed just after I began watching YouTube. Ah, thank you very much, Ham-Man. You're welcome. I'm glad you're enjoying the channel. And the goal here is to make these sort of casual videos and some commentaries here and there on TF2, like people used to do back in the days. There's still a lot of TF2bers active, a lot of great TF2bers active, but I think the golden age of content for TF2 here on YouTube was about 2014, 2015, you know. I want to sort of bring back that feeling of, you know, just casual content, not worrying much about, you know, quality and, oh, I have to make the best video ever, you know, nothing like that. Just making fun videos for people to watch and playing together and having fun. I think that's the goal here on this channel. So I'm glad I'm managing to achieve that. Thank you very much, Hammond. Thank you very much. F-Bone Fitzgerald is asking if this shotgun is Macau masked. Yes, it is. Macau masked Fitzgerald is one of the coolest skins in my opinion, and it is strange. This is one that I unboxed myself when the Jungle Inferno update hit. I remember I unboxed this one, and then I unboxed my unusual rocket launcher, this one here. I'm just a bit sad that the unusual one wasn't strange, you know. If it were unusual and strange, it would have been sick. But it's okay, I have a strange shotgun at least. And Macau Masked is pretty cool. I really enjoy the look of this warpaint. I think the best thing about it is that the variation you can get with the colors. It is a very interesting warpaint to apply because of that. You can get all sorts of combinations. And I really like it. So yeah, let's try to cap this point here. And use a bit of my minigun. I'm using the Brass Beast. Just so we can hold this point here, but there's no one coming. So it's okay, I think it's better to switch back to the shotgun. At least I'll be able to be more mobile. That Pyro knows what he's doing. I saw him. Whenever I see a Pyro jumping with the flares, I get a bit anxious. Because usually they are... I'm sorry, Firefly. Usually they are quite skilled, you know. So yeah, it can be a problem dealing with such a Pyro. And there's a sniper there. I don't want to stick around here. I'm gonna die. I'm as good as dead here. Let's see if I can at least keep this Pyro away with a bit of spam. So yeah. Leo wanted to ask me something. Oh no, I'm gonna die. 2 Pyros. Okay, 3 Pyros. I surrender. Leo wanted me to ask something. Let me see. I want to ask you if you could choose one from my 2 Halloween loadouts, and if you have some costume for Halloween yourself. I have, Leo, some Halloween costumes, you know. I used to have an unusual, how's it called, Rappa Camo with Pumpkin Party effect. That's a head that was added on last year's Cream Fortress, I think. But I've soon sold it. I don't have it anymore. And I don't really have Halloween cosmetics. But that's a nice cosmetic. Okay, he's switching it up for me to check it out. I like this one. This one's great. This buffed Demo Knight here, quite cool. But the Octopus Captain, like Davy Jones, is better, in my opinion. Both are very interesting, Uncle Leo. They're great cosmetic sets, but I think this one I like more. The Davy Jones Sea Captain. I have a friend here in Brazil who has a channel as well, but he only has a Portuguese-speaking channel, a channel for people who speak Portuguese. He's called Capitão Jude, that's Captain Jude, or something like that. And he also has a cosmetic loadout like that one. It's quite good, you know. I think it's a great look for a demo man. So yeah. Oh, and by the way, I was talking earlier about 3D modeling and stuff like that. I still have that video about how to make a TF2 hat and send it on the workshop. I still have it on my plans, but I decided to postpone it a bit because I've been learning a lot of cool tips and tricks on Blender. That's the 3D modeling software I use, and I think it would be better for me to do that tutorial, that 3D modeling tutorial, when I'm a bit more skilled and I've mastered all the tricks I want to master, you know. Or at least when I feel more confident about teaching people how to 3D model in Blender. So just if you are expecting that video, it's still coming, but it will probably take a while because I want to learn Blender a bit better before I make that video. That way I think I will be able to make a better tutorial for everyone. So that's it. What else are you fellas saying? Curling saying the names of his buddies. Nice, it is Polish. I won't even try to pronounce that because I think I would probably butcher those words, but they look like nice words. I'm glad you like your buddies, Curly Patty. Nice. I'm learning a bit of German, by the way. Let me see if I can... Polish is another language, I know, but just that I remember, you know, about these European languages. I'm learning of German because of Mr. Dispenser, and he's also learning a bit of Brazilian Portuguese. Let me see if I can say something in German. You fellas, please correct me if I'm saying this wrong and you there know German. Ich bin ein Mann. I am a man, I think that's what it means. Ich bin ein Mann. I'm learning it through Duolingo, so it's not the best, but, you know, just for practice, it's okay. So yeah. Putter9000 saying he likes Banana Peeled. Banana Peeled is a great war paint, I also like it very much. These war paints that, I think it got added on Jungle Inferno as well. The Jungle Inferno war paints are really good, I really like them. They're great. So yeah, and Curly Patty saying he's reorganizing his channel. Ah, nice. Nice. Yeah, you can always, you know, change tactics and stuff like that. I think that when you are below 10,000 subscribers, it is a good time for you to experiment with different video formats and content. After you reach that mark of 10,000 subscribers, your channel will probably already be known for some specific content, and then I think it is better for you to stick to that, stick to what is working, you know. But yeah, reorganize your channel, I think it's a great idea. Ich bin the Ubermensch. I think that's a quote from Medic. Yeah. That's great. Hello, Migatuga, how are you doing? I'm glad to have you here as well. Nice. And Leo saying he's very proud of his Halloween sets because they have spells. Oh, spells are a great thing. I wish Valve would bring back spells, you know. They were a lot of fun. I have one spelled item that a subscriber gifted me. I think it is a Zombie Soul cosmetic for Scout. I really like that. It is great. So yeah. And that's it, let's play some heavy then. Let me just say one, let me just check one more thing that you're saying, because I like chatting with you fellas, you know. Sometimes I think it is more fun than actually playing the games. I love Team Fortress 2, but chatting with you is great. Putter asking if I watched the new Winglet video. I haven't watched it yet, because it is quite long if I'm not mistaken, but I plan to. It looks like a wonderful video, you know. Looks great. And Handman saying he hates the way that Pyro looks when he's using crit flames and standing still. I think it is quite funny. Handman, you know. TF2 has a lot of darky things and you know, the graphics are quite weird sometimes. It is a great looking game, don't get me wrong, but there are some things, like when Pyro is standing still and getting crits, there are some things that are a lot of fun, or quite funny is actually what I meant when you are casually playing the game. It is very fun. And this unusual is great, hey man, well, what a great unusual. I don't think I've ever seen this unusual effect in game, at least. Looks great, very good. So yeah. Owen Darby asking, how does this head get this map now? I imagine you're asking how do you get in on this server. There is a IP on the live stream description. We are on the London server. You can add it to your favorites on the community tab, on the server browser communities. And then join through there, or join through the console if you prefer doing that. Oh no! Uncle Leo got me with his pen. Let me switch to the pen. I'm using the Holiday Punch, but considering the server doesn't have random crits, I'll stick to it. Let's see if I can get a taunt kill somewhere. But my servers don't have random crits, so the Holiday Punch is sort of nerfed in that scenario, you know, because it is a lot of fun to get random crits and make people... And I can't hit my shots here. I'm glad we have 3 people here with us. So yeah. But I have a lot of fun trying to hit people to get random crits and make them laugh, you know. But here on my servers I can't do that, and I wish Valve would rebalance these weapons that sort of rely on random crits to be useful. It is a shame, you know, to have a weapon need random crits to really be usable. I wish that wasn't the case. Let me see if I can rush them. I have to remember I'm playing Fat Scout, so it would be better for me to actually play like a scout, you know, kind of flanky and stuff like that. They have no idea I'm here. Let's try to get them by surprise. The mini sentry's down. Up there, there's someone here. Froggy. Froggy was trying to hit me with the caber. It almost worked, Froggy. It's like I'm just, bro. Almost worked. It's because I'm using the brass beast, so I have some resistance while I'm spun up, you know, with the minigun. So yeah. It's always fun in games to play with the caber until you find someone who has resistance. I wish the caber would go back to its old self, you know. Valve tried to change it to appease the competitive part of the community, I think, but it really isn't a weapon that needs that sort of balancing. Where is he? Ah, okay, I already managed to kill him. Right. So yeah, what else are you fellas saying? Just wait until I'm dead and I'll read chat for a while, because I'm having fun in this life. I think I'm doing okay. We have a medic there. Let me see if I can help him against the spiral. And I have to better my aim, you know, to improve my aim with these weapons. Ah, this is so... it's a spy! Yeah, if I could hit him, I would not have died there. So yeah. What else are you fellas saying? Let me see. Curly Patty is saying he's also learning German because he's a historical reenactor of World War I. Oh, that's very interesting. I've always found that historical reenactment is really interesting stuff. I enjoy that a lot. I don't reenact, but I always like to see people reenacting, you know, it's quite cool. Nice. Silent Man Joe is Brazilian as well? I didn't know that. That's very interesting to know. Cartola saying he was thinking to do some stuff on the Discord server, like events. Ah, that would be great, Cartola. I imagine people there would really enjoy that. That's nice. Migatuga saying I'm sneaky. You have to be. When you play Fat Scout, you have to be sneaky. Because, you know, a heavy is always a threat, don't get me wrong. And the shotgun is a good enough weapon to use. But when you are not relying on your minigun so much, you don't really get the same firepower. Ah, Uncle Leo! He got me there, come on. I had just respawned, I have to pay more attention. So yeah. And Leo saying those weapons that rely on crits are still more of a meme weapon rather than actual weapons. Yeah, that's true. But I wish they could be used in a more viable way, you know. Because the Holiday Punch, I think, is useful when you have random crits on the server, then you can actually make some use of it. Or... And Uncle Leo is sneaking here. Again, I'm not sure. No, he isn't. He's there. Okay. And when you have a Kritzkrieg medic on your team, if you don't have random crits, and you also don't have a Kritzkrieg medic... Ah, come on, Francisco Pereira! If you don't have a Kritzkrieg medic with you, it can be quite hard to use it. I have a friend that is really good at playing with the Holiday Punch. And what he usually does is he plays with a friend and they try to counter Uber pushes. So when there's an Uber pushing, a regular Uber, they switch to the Holiday Punch and his friend pops the crits Uber on him. Ha, I got him. I almost died there and I'm dead, okay. But they use the crits Uber to make the other heavy and the other medic left, and then they negate the Uber push. It's actually quite effective, you know. But it's hard to pull off because you need to have that Kritzkrieg medic with you, and he has to really know what he's doing to stay alive and pop the crits on the right time and stuff like that. But it's quite an effective strategy when they manage to pull it off. So yeah. What is the best shotgun for heavy, Migatuga is saying? I vouch for the regular shotgun, you know. I know people enjoy the family business as well, but I think the regular shotgun is more reliable, you know. I'm gonna die here. Ah, thank you very much, Rainbow Dash. Thank you very much, Rainbow Dash. You saved me there. I was gonna die there for sure. But as I was saying, I think the default shotgun is better because it is more reliable, you know. The family business has more bullets on the clip, and that can be useful sometimes. But I think that having the reliability of the regular shotgun and the regular damage is better, you know. I felt him somehow, even if we don't have, you know, any sort of force feedback on TF2 and stuff like that. I felt that demo man there. It's quite weird, you know, how you get used to playing games and just by how you're moving and by how the screen looks, you can sort of have a physical connection to the game. I always find that a bit trippy, you know. It's weird. Let me prepare to protect this. Yeah, they will be rushing. Let me get this scout, and because I have the brass beast, I think I'll stay around here for a while. Let's see what the other team is doing. They're trying to push up there. So yeah. Fitzgerald saying whenever he gets an Uber... Ah, let me scroll up. I lost his comment I was reading. Ah, come on, I have to use the other hand on the mouse. Okay, here. Whenever I get an Uber stuffed because somebody used Holiday Punch, I don't even get mad. Yeah, it's hard to pull off, you know, so I think you really have to commend people who are using the Holiday Punch like that. It's not easy, you know. So yeah. Let me see. see where they are. I have to remember, I'm a fat scout, so I have to flank. Where are they? There's a scout here. I think they're pushing. Yes, they are. Let me position here. Oh, who is damaging me? It was Froggy again. Froggy, I think Froggy is using the Invis watch somehow. Because I only managed to see him after he has hit me with the caber. How are you doing this, Froggy? This is very weird. So yeah. What you're saying, the family business is good if you're exclusively fat scout. Yeah, maybe that. You know, I wish Heavy had something on his primary slot to make fat scout more viable. You know, I don't know, something like perhaps more armor, or you know, something to boost the shotgun's damage or fire rate, or to... I don't think increasing his speed would be a good idea, but something like the shields for Demonite. Because, you know, Demoman can give up his primary weapon to have some more utility when he is only going Demonite, you know, or at least mix Demonite. Or should I say his secondary weapon, because he swaps the sticky bomb launcher for the shields. And I wish Heavy would get something like this to make his secondary weapons a bit more useful. I think it would give another way to play Heavy. You know, it's the stuff that every YouTuber who's a Heavy main is saying for years now, that Heavy needs another playstyle. And now I got him. And I really think that that's true, you know. Heavy needs another way to be played. And you know, Fat Scout's fun and all, but really it's just a joke way to play. I think it should be more viable somehow. So yeah. What else are you fellas saying? Let me see. Leo's saying he's actually better with the loose cannon than with the stock grenade launcher. The loose cannon is a lot of fun, I like it a lot. But when I want to play proper demo man, you know, to actually play helping the team, I think the stock grenade launcher is the best option. I tend not to use the loose cannon, no, the iron bomber. I think that's the most popular grenade launcher nowadays with demo mains. But I tend not to use it because I feel I'm cheating the game a bit, you know, with the added projectile hitbox, the larger hitbox it has. So yeah, nothing against people who enjoy using the iron bomber because of that, by the way. It's in the game for people to use, but I try to avoid it. And also I find that the rolling grenades are more useful to spam and to hit people indirectly than the grenades that stay put on the ground that the iron bomber shoots. But the loose cannon is a lot of fun, I like it. I think it is the best grenade launcher to play when you're going mixed Demonite. It gives you a lot of utility with the push force, with the knockback it has. So yeah, it is nice. Curly Patty asking if I enjoy playing Spy. I do. Spy is great. I like, but I'm rubbish at Spy. So yeah. And Ev is saying that talking to people is the main reason he tries to get on these streams. Nobody he knows plays TF2, so talking to random members is nice. And eventually it won't be random members, Debbie. They will be your fellas, your comrades, your friends on TF2. I remember on my Brazilian YouTube server that I have... YouTube channel that I have since 2013. That it started like that, you know, I started making videos and people started commenting and we started talking together and having fun, and soon I had a lot of friends to play TF2 with. So that's really a good thing, I agree with you there. By the way, Cartola has made a Discord server for you fellas to join if you want a place to be able to talk to people more frequently. I'm not that active on Discord, so it is a Discord server mostly managed by Cartola, but you can join there. If you look on my Twitter and on the community tab here on this channel, you'll find the links, because I shared it earlier this week. So yeah, it could be a good place to make friends. I know I would go there to chat and to team up with people to play the game together. We have another I'm the spy! Come on, I tried to avoid that because I knew he was going to try to corner stab me. And as always, I'm playing very badly here. But it's okay. Playing and chatting is hard. What else are you saying? Let me see. Charliefish saying the panic attack is also not bad for heavy. Yes, if you're going to do what I'm trying to do here, that is swap from the minigun to the shotgun, the panic attack could be a good option. That's true. That's very true. Thank you very much, Fitzgerald. Thank you very much. I'm glad you enjoyed the positivity on these streams. Thank you. The Frappe Man saying he has a cockatiel Archimedes. He's watching the stream. Oh, that's really nice. What a lovely bird. Archimedes. No, Archimedes. It's filthy in there. I always enjoyed how the medic is annoyed because the inside of Scout's body is filthy and not because there's a bird inside of Scout's chest, you know, on the short. Let me see if I can cap this point here. No, I won't be able to cap this point here. I can't. I can't. It's impossible. Hey, hello, Mr. Dispenser. How are you doing? I'm fine. I'm fine. I was laughing hard watching your stream earlier when you were trying to escape Sexton Hale. That was quite funny. I'm glad to have you here, Mr. Dispenser. Nice. Well, I was saying earlier on stream how I'm learning a bit of German. So let me see. What did I say earlier? I think I can remember. Ich bin ein Mann. That's what I said earlier. So yeah, I'm dabbling a bit in German on Duolingo. I want to see you talking Portuguese someday on your streams, Mr. Dispenser. Even if you get everything wrong, it will be interesting. So don't be afraid of doing that. So yeah, glad to have you here. And Putter saying that a stable 140 ping is actually pretty good. He thought he would be laggier. Yeah, the thing about ping, people, is that you know, high ping, of course, it isn't the best thing for you, and especially with projectile-based classes like Soldier and Demoman, you will get handicapped by high ping. But if you're playing hit scan classes like Scout, Heavy, Sniper, you can actually play with high ping. I'm here with 170 ping, but sometimes it peaks to 230 and something like that. It is going up, as you can see, 190. It will probably stabilize at 200 and something, because I'm from Brazil and I'm playing on an European server. But if the connection to the server is stable enough, you can play with high ping, no problem. I think that an unstable connection, you know, a connection that's always dropping off, is worse than high ping. Because you get used to a consistent high ping, but if the ping isn't consistent, you can't get used to it. Ha, got him. Ah, nice, we have crits. Ah, no. Froggy, no! Ah, come on, Froggy, come on. He did what I wanted to do. Froggy is a very skilled heavy main. If you are not a heavy main, Froggy, you're skilled either way. I have to admit that. Ah, that was funny. The holiday punch is great. And perhaps here I'll be able to use it a bit more because there's those crit pumpkins. I think they're called crumpkins, isn't it? They have a name. I know they do. And this is a spy. Hi, Mr. Dispenser connected. Nice, Mr. Dispenser. I'm glad you could connect to play with us. Ah, Zero was behind me with his extinguisher. So yeah. What else are you saying there? And Mr. Dispenser is saying he will speak Portuguese. Nice. Yeah, don't be afraid, Mr. Dispenser, to get things wrong, you know. That's how we learn. So don't feel intimidated by that. Migatuga asking if I think Portuguese is the worst language to learn. I don't think, Migatuga, there exists such a thing, you know, the hardest or the easiest language to learn. It all depends on your background. So for example, for people who already speak Portuguese, it isn't hard to learn Spanish because they are very similar languages. I imagine that, for example, people who speak German don't have that hard of a time learning English because they have some similarities. So it really depends on your background. I think you have to try and learn first the languages that are similar to your mother language. That's how, to your native language. I think that's an easier way to go about it. But there is no worse language to learn. All languages are great, you know. So yeah. Hobofake asked me if there is a language I wanted to learn to speak. I talked about this last stream, Hobofake. I always wanted to be able to speak some Japanese, to watch anime without subtitles. And somehow I'm on red team trying to shoot my teammates. That's not good. Let me see if I can stay away from this door because that pyro has crits. So yeah. But I've always wanted to know how to speak Japanese, but I don't think I would learn Japanese because it seems like, oh no, I tried to avoid it but I couldn't. It seems like a lot of work, you know, to properly learn Japanese. Perhaps someday. So yeah. Hi, Lugi is there. Hello, Lugi. How are you? Saying lag compensation works for 1 full second by default. Hit scan is fine to use with this latency. The problem is that if you have such high ping, you are probably having packet loss, which is way worse. Yeah, the packet loss is what really annoys us to play with high ping, but here I think I have a good connection. I don't think I'm losing that many packets. I could put the net graph on screen, but I don't remember the command and I think it's too much work, you know. It's okay, I'm fine here. Oh, and Mr. Dispenser, oh, Mr. Dispenser is full of unusual weapons. What a nice unusual sniper rifle. That's nice. I'm glad he's on my team, by the way, because he's a good sniper. If he were on the other team, I would probably be having a harder time than I'm already having here. Let me see if I can focus that medic down. He escaped. It's okay, no problem. I'm gonna die. I was going to say the pyro had crits, but I have resistance. One of the good things about the Brass Beast is the resistance you get. I think it helps to compensate the slow movement speed because you have more resistance, you're not really an easy target to hit. You know, it is easy to hit you, but if you get hit by a sniper, for example, you can usually survive it. So yeah, it's hard to reposition afterwards, but at least you won't die instantly to a sniper. So yeah. What else are you saying? Hello, Rovin Sniper! How are you, Rovin Sniper? I'm glad you're here, and Scrappy Boy as well. Hello, Scrappy Boy. Puter saying he understands French, so he kinda understands Spanish. Yeah, there are some similarities. Portuguese, Spanish, French, and Italian are languages that are very close together, you know, because they are derived from Latin. Of course, they have their differences, but if you learn one of those, you know, if you learn Spanish or French, it is not hard to transition to learning other Latin-based languages. So yeah, I speak a bit of French as well. Comment ça va? I remember that much. Je m'appelle Benjamin. That's my name, Benjamin. In French, I think it's Benjamin, how it's spoken. So yeah, I know a bit of French, and I know a bit of Spanish as well. Yo soy Benjamin. Mucho gusto. Mucho gusto, I think, is thank you. mucho gusto, or it is nice to meet you, I don't remember. But I've learned a bit of Spanish as well. So yeah. Ah, nice, Mr. Dispenser got the unusual one in unboxing. Oh, that's very cool, Mr. Dispenser. How lucky of you, very lucky. Nice. That's great. And people are talking about the Federal Case Maker and the Dead of Night for the win as cosmetic loadouts. I used to have an unusual Federal Case Maker. It is a great unusual to have because it is very versatile, you know. It goes well with a lot of different cosmetics. So yeah, it is a great hat to have. I'm almost dead here. But ever since I started watching Naruto, and you fellas are going to think I'm a weeaboo here, but I'm not, I promise. But ever since I started watching Naruto, I wanted to have a sort of a Hokage loadout in TF2, you know, to be the TF2 Hokage or something like that. That's why I started using the Legendary Lead, and I have one, but I made this mod here. That's on the workshop, by the way. It's the Commoner's Kabuto. If you look there, you can see. Because I wanted to have a Japanese hat for all classes. And the Legendary Lead is cool and all, but I would prefer if it were a proper samurai hat, you know, a proper Kabuto. That's this samurai helmet here. So I made one for me. So and that's why, you know, I used to have a Towering Pillar of Hats, an unusual one with Disco Beatdown. Then I upgraded to a Federal Case Maker with Molten Mallard, because I really like the Molten Mallard effect. I love ducks, by the way, in TF2. And I then upgraded it to a Duck Build Hatipus. I think the effect was It Is a Mystery to Everyone, something like that. The Duck Build Hatipus is the duck cap, you know, that you have on TF2. But I still like it, the Duck Build Hatipus, and I like the unusual one I had, but there are very few effects to choose from on the Duck Build Hatipus. So that's why I decided to swap for a Legendary Lead, because it is a hat that has more unusual effects available to it. This TF orbiting one, for example, that I think it's quite neat. And I'm with this one as well. The Legendary Lead I have is always for sale, by the way, but I will only trade it for people who want to buy it for pure price. I think currently it is 99 piece or something like that. I don't know why I retreated there. Okay, come on, Pyro. He got away. Let me see if I can grab this critical pumpkin here and make use of it. Okay, there's another one. I need some targets. Let's target that sniper there. Even if it is just to harass him. That Pyro is going to chase me. He'll probably kill me with his flare. Yeah, it's just a matter of time. So yeah, that's it. Luigi said once he saw the foreign definition of Portuguese. It's Spanish Russian. That's an interesting way to look at Portuguese. There are a lot of phonetic similarities between Portuguese and Russian. There's a channel here on YouTube. I think it is called Native Lang. I love these pumpkins here. And he made a very good video about these similarities, you know, between Portuguese and Spanish. Ah, come on, Ghost. There's quite a lot in common. So yeah. And Hov Snapper saying mucho gusto is like saying nice to meet you. I knew it. Nice. I knew I was correct in that assumption. I can understand Spanish. I think quite okay. I won't say I understand Spanish quite well, but I can manage, you know. If I were to move, for example, to Argentina, that's where Hobby Sniper is from, I think I wouldn't have much of a problem adapting, you know, and interacting with people. I'm better at reading Spanish, but I can understand it and I can speak a bit of Spanish. So yeah. What else are you fellas saying? Cartola saying, the last stream someone said about Brazil, speaking Spanish, it would be easier to communicate with the world. But if we think Latin was the most spoken, and even with that was... Yeah, I think if Brazil had Spanish as an official language, the cultural exchange with Latin America, the rest of Latin America, would be easier, that's true. But you know, considering English is the current, you know, lingua franca is how we say here in Portuguese, but it's currently the... You see, I wasn't even worried about aiming at the scout because I knew if I hit the pumpkin he would die. But because English is the current global language, I don't think that makes much of a difference, you know. All we have to do is learn English and then we can talk to the whole world. And that's quite okay in my opinion. English is the new Latin, I think. As in the Roman Empire, you know, that Latin was a language spoken all over the empire. I think English is like that nowadays. And it is easier than having to learn 1,000 different languages. If all you want to do is communicate with people around the world, then English is what you need. I think that the merit of learning other languages is more about, you know, learning the culture. Not necessarily to be able to communicate in that language, but to getting engaged with a different culture. That I think is the best thing about learning languages. So yeah. What else are you saying? Dev is saying he enjoys making posters in Source Filmmaker. Ah, he's talking to Hobby Sniper, who's an animator. Quite talented one, by the way. Source Filmmaker is a lot of fun, a lot of fun. I am by Mr. Spencer, thank you for passing by. Thank you very much, it is always a pleasure to have you here with us. I imagine there where you live, you're from Austria, right? I imagine it is quite late in the night. It's what, 9 p.m., 10 p.m., something like that? In England, I think it is 7 p.m., if I'm not mistaken. Ever since I've learned a bit of UTC time, that's I think it is Universal Time Code, I think it is what it means. It helped me understand a lot about different time zones, you know, by learning how time works in UTC. Here in Brazil, we are in UTC -3. That means the London time -3 hours. So now here it is 4 p.m. and 20 minutes. 4:20 p.m. So yeah. Ah, it's 9 p.m. there. Okay, I almost got it right. Nice. What was this, Pyro? What happened here? So yeah, have a good night, Mr. Spencer. Thank you for passing by. Come on, Scout. Yeah, get close. I was expecting you. And that spy really saved my skin there. And now I'm dead anyway, okay. But I'm not doing that bad. I thought I would be playing worse today. I think today we're playing better than on last stream. So yeah. Dev is saying it is 8:20 in Wales. Nice. And Hobby Sniper, who lives close to me in a neighbor country, Argentina, saying it is 4 p.m. 4:20 p.m. Yeah, we are on the same time zone then. It is a bit of work, you know, figuring out what time it is best to do these streams because of the international audience. But I think that I've managed to get and again I got Alexis there. I think I managed to find a good compromise, you know. Doing them in the afternoon for me, about 3-4 p.m. here in Brazil. Because it isn't that late on Europe, and it is a good time for people who are on the US coast, on the US, to watch me as well. So yeah, 4:20. 1:21 in central Canada. A lot earlier. Canada must be a very good country to live on, a wonderful place. I hope I can visit Canada someday. I watch some YouTubers that are from Canada, and especially the national parks there seem to be very handsome, very beautiful. I think it's a better word. Handsome is more for people. So yeah, I thought I was going to kill that sniper there, but no dice. Hobby Sniper asking, how do you say have a good day on Brazil? We say it like this, Hobby Sniper. Tenha bom dia. É isso. Tenha bom dia. It's literally the translation. Only that. No, good day, bom dia. Yeah, it's even in that order. Have a good day. Tenha bom dia. Like that. But we usually just say bom dia, you know, to people. Tenha bom dia is more something that, you know... Ah, and here's a gargoyle. It means nothing, but I'll collect it anyway. Tenha bom dia is more like something that people say in very polite contexts. For example, a receptionist on a hotel might say that to a customer, you know, something like that. The pirate was just joking here. We, in more informal context and in general, just say bom dia. Okay, that was our spy. That's good to know. Let me hold this point here for a while. Oh, I'm gonna die if I stay here. Yeah, I was gonna die anyway because there was that ghost there. There was no escape. Anyhow. So yeah. Owen saying he lives in the west coast on the US. Nice. Yeah, there's a lot of beautiful places around the world, and I wish I could travel more. It is kinda sad being from a third world country in that regard, because our money is almost worthless in other parts of the world, and because of that it is very hard to travel outside of Brazil. So yeah. I'm Ronan asking how we're playing. Again I got him with the pumpkin. Alexis must be getting angry at me. I'm sorry, Alexis. I don't mean to. It's just that you're always close to these pumpkins. But yeah, we're playing Ronan on Screen Fortress because it is my community server. So we can set any map we want any time of the year. That's how. So yeah. And I think I'll just play this round and then I'll end stream, because I have to grade more tests today. I still have more tests to grade. And if I don't grade them today, I'll eventually be overrun by them, because they just keep coming. Because I teach Portuguese, my students have to produce texts, essays, every week to practice, and then I always have stuff to grade because of that. So yeah, I think I'll end stream here so I have time to do that. But it was a lot of fun, fellas. I'm always blessed by these streams because it is a great feeling to be here playing with you and talking about random stuff. It is a lot of fun. Curly Patty is saying I should visit Italy and Austria. They're the most beautiful countries in Europe. I'll put that on my list, Curly Patty. My parents have already gone to Italy and they loved it. They found it beautiful. I think their next trip, international trip that they will be able to do after all this coronavirus stuff ends and stuff like that, I think they're planning to go to Germany. But Austria is probably a beautiful country as well. So yeah, I'll end the stream here. Thank you very much everyone for passing by to talk and play together. It is a lot of fun. and I hope you have a great week. We'll talk together again next Sunday. I'll try to post at least 2 videos this week as we do regularly, but if I can't somehow, I will let you know. I'll let you fellas know through the community tab. But I'll try. I think I'll be able to manage this week. So yeah. Dev saying don't visit my country, lol. By the way, don't come to Brazil, okay? Now. Don't come to Brazil. Brazil is in a bad spot nowadays. Don't come. Wait, I don't know, perhaps 4 or 5 years if you want to travel to Brazil. Perhaps the country will be better by then. Yeah, it is depressing. Curly Patty saying, vejo você em breve. See you soon as well, Curly Patty. And bye bye, everyone. Have a nice Sunday.